When you burn your bridges, when you blow them suckers up, and you can't get back across, you can't rebuild them, you cannot repair them, okay? Because you abused and you misused the blessing. Don't get mad. Just remember what you did. Yo, good morning. What is it? This is your man, Levon. Thanks for joining me on my channel, Levon Says, where our goal is to love you, uplift you, motivate you, inspire you, learn, laugh, encourage with you, and enlighten you. You dig? Please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, because with YouTube analytics, it allows me to see all who view and if you're subscribed. So I know if you're not subscribed. So please subscribe to the channel. All right? Today, on this Monday motivational message, I want to talk to you guys about something that is near and dear to my heart. You dig? And it has to do with abusing the blessing. Let's get into this. Here's an example. You get in a situation, you get in a bind, right? You need some help, you're in trouble. You call somebody and you ask them for help. And then they turn around and they help you, right? They cash app you some funds, or they will send you some money, or some kind of way they get you what you're asking for. And instead of you using that money for what you called them and said, it's an emergency, I needed it, can you please help me? As soon as they get that money, they go off and they do something else with it. Or what about this? You're in a situation, you're in a bind, you calling folks on the phone, you can't get nobody to help you, right? So now you go through drastic measures. So now you start pulling money out of accounts, or you start taking money that you don't really have, right? You robbing Peter to pay Paul to make it seem like, you have this and you have that, because transactions take time to catch up. But by the time they catch up, now you in a bigger hole and you're worse off than you were when you started. Why? Because of not exhibiting any self-control, right? Not exhibiting any kind of self-control, not saying, okay, I know I don't have this. I know I can't pay somebody back if I ask them for help. I know that I've already extended, this lifeline more than the times I actually had the lifeline, right? And every time you extend that lifeline and a person is there to help you, a person is there to sacrifice for you, a person is there to bail you out, and then you don't use the help, the sacrifice, and the bailout for what you're supposed to use, you're abusing the blessing. And you wonder why you're catching so much hell. And then the person that receiving the blessing, they'll say, well, it shouldn't matter what I do with it. It shouldn't matter to you what I do with it. Once you give it to me, then what I do with it is my business. And to a point, they're right. It shouldn't matter to the giver what they do with it, right? But as you being the person that's given to, if you do not use it for the intended purposes of which it was given, key, if you do not use the blessing for which the intended purpose of which it was given, then you're the one that's going to catch more flack. And what was supposed to be taken care of by the blessing is going to multiple, double, triple, quadruple be a bad and a negative issue that you're having that never seems to go away, that never seems to get fixed, that never seems to be addressed. Why? Because the blessing that was given to you that was supposed to take care of that issue, right? Let's say, for example, let's just say it's a car insurance, right? Hey man, my car insurance is about to expire, you know what I'm saying? And my tag's about to go bad. And I, man, if I get another ticket, and I ain't got no insurance, they're gonna take my car. Just example, right? And so then you help this person out with what they requested for car insurance. You even Cash App them or Zelle or Venmo, and you label the blessing car insurance payment. So now they get the blessing, and they choose to do something else with it. Something else was more important than the car insurance, or whatever the case was, right? Now, it didn't matter to you, right? Because you gave it in good faith, and you labeled the blessing what it was for. Now, if they choose to take it and do something else, that has nothing to do with you. That's between them and God. But we're talking to the blessee right now. I'm talking to the person that's receiving the blessing. This is what I'm talking to you. You're the one that's receiving the blessing. If you receive that blessing and it's labeled, and you choose to do something else, which that blessing was purposed for, then you're the one that's going to catch hell. And on top of that, the people that you've asked to help you, they're not going to be there to help you. Why? Because they're going to ask you, yo, didn't you just ask me a couple months ago, or last month, or just last week? What did you do with what I gave you? And you're going to be having to say, what happened was, and then they ain't going to fly. And then they going to be like, nah, I'm good. I can't help you. And you can't get mad because you took the blessing and you used it for what other than it was intended for. The purpose that it was given to you, you didn't use it for that purpose. You did? And you can't get mad when people don't want to bless you no more. So, I said all of that just to say, don't be an abuser of the blessing, right? When someone gives you something that you've asked for, I'm not talking about someone just saying, hey, yo, man, I just want to bless you, bang, and they just hook you up just because of the kindness of their heart. They just feel generous, you know, they feel philanthropic, you know what I'm saying? They just go take care of you like that. No, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about when you ask, when you use your mouth and you open your mouth and you ask someone for help, and you ask them not just for general help. Hey, man, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time making it, making ends meet. I'm kind of hungry. I need some gas. I just need some all around help, bro. Anything you can do. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about when you open your mouth and you ask for a specific need, and then someone, out of the kindness of the heart, being moved by the Holy Spirit, whatever the case is, they feel unctioned to help you with your need. And they label that what they're giving is helping you with this specific need. And then you don't do what they labeled it for. It's all bad. You can't get mad when no one wants to help you. We do God like that all the time. God, please, Lord, if you just do this, I promise. I swear, when knowing you ain't got nothing to swear on. I give you my word. Knowing your word ain't nothing, it's mud, right? We make all these promises. I vow, God, if you do this, then I'll do this. And God, knowing that we ain't gonna keep our word, knowing that we're gonna fall short, out of his just love for us, out of his grace, you know what I'm saying? Out of his favor, right? He'll do something. Now, he still remembered that we made a vow. He ain't forgot that. He still remembered the promise that we made. He ain't forgot that. But we make these promises and we make these vows, right? Saying, God, if you do this, I'll do that. And then when God does it, then what do? We develop amnesia. We talk about, well, God, well, see, what I meant was, or we say, God, I was just playing. This is how we do God, right? We got to stop doing that, man. That is not cool. You dig? So, when someone blesses you with something, use it for the intended purposes that you asked it for. Don't smile in their face and say, I took care of it. And they come back and ask, yo, did you get, you never said, oh yeah, I got that money, and yeah, hey man, I appreciate it. I took care of that, woo, 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 woo. And then just come find out that they didn't ask somebody else to help them with the thing that you gave them to take care of, but come find out they used it over here. All right. Don't abuse a blessing, man. One love.